Swami sermons, and today we are going to discuss, or we're going to be discussing, is the 3 P's to success. We want to be successful, don't you? I mean, and if you don't want to be successful at anything, then give me a ring. We could maybe have a little chat. But the 3 P's to success: passion, process, and patience. Let's start off with passion. Now, you hear all the time. Actually, I'll start off with this. Let's start off with a story, okay? In the 1970s, right, late 1970s, there was a college student that went to his friend's house. He's hanging out with his friend's house, and he asks his friend, "What's that?" And he points to across the room, and his friend says, "That's a video camera." And she says, "You could go use it. Go use it. Why not?" And he went and used it, and he shot all around Brooklyn, around the New York City area, around the Brooklyn area. There was a blackout that happened that week. He shot everyone in the blackout, and he did a documentary on it. And a few years later, Spike Lee came out with Do the Right Thing. Now, I talk about passion, and I say this story ahead of time, because oftentimes we find our passion by mistake. And oftentimes we have a passion, we don't even realize we have a passion. You might be right now doing your passion, not realizing you even are doing it. I have a friend of mine who is really funny, energetic, electric, but she doesn't realize that's her passion. She doesn't realize her creativity is her passion. She doesn't realize that maybe acting. You know, she babysits right now, but what do you do when you babysit? You act with kids. Kids want to be... A lot of babysitters are good actresses. They are. But you have to play with kids, and kids like drama. They like playing games, and they like make-believe, right? You never see like a blunt person babysitting anyone. You never really see like an adult who's serious babysitting everyone. It's usually the childish kids who are electric, energetic. They babysit people. So that's her passion. I don't think she even realizes that acting, maybe creativity, maybe stand-up, comedy, that's her passion. So your passion you might already have. Your passion might be that you like to cook. Maybe that's your passion. Maybe you cook every day and you really love it, passionate about it. You don't realize that. Maybe that's your passion. Maybe your passion is you want to lift weights. You want to work out and you make people work out better. Maybe that's your passion. Oftentimes we are told to find our passion, but very few times we are told that we already have a passion. I guarantee you probably already have a passion, and I encourage you to ask your friends. Because usually what you're passionate about is what you talk about a lot and what you're good at. And when you're passionate about something, people will remember you about that. So if you ask your friends, what do you think about me? What do you think I'm good at? They will tell you. And that's usually what you're passionate about. So the first step is passion. You got to find the passion. You got to find what you enjoy doing, what you love doing. It comes from the soul. It comes from the inside. It's something you are already doing. That's why I tell you, you can't pretend to be funny. You can't, want to be funny. You just are funny or you're not. And you're passionate about it. You're either watching stand-up comedy all the time or you're not watching stand-up comedy all the time. And maybe you're not super funny, but maybe you're passionate about writing comedy. Maybe you're passionate about making comedy movies. So the first thing is find passion. The second thing is process. Let's talk about the process. Now, Woody Allen, his process is he writes every day on his typewriter. The same typewriter he's always written on for about 40 years. Every day, without fail, he's writing. And he writes in the morning. That's his other process. So the process is very important. The process is what you do every day. What do you do every day that you're passionate about? Now, let me talk a little bit about the piggy bank. So I was telling a friend about this spiritual piggy bank, and I'll share with you. Okay, so everyone has a spiritual piggy bank, an invisible piggy bank. And every time they love what they do, money gets put into the piggy bank. Every time they're passionate about what they do, money gets put into the piggy bank. Every time they really care about what they do, money gets put into the piggy bank, right? And the money starts increasing. Because the universe knows you will get paid. You will have a payday. If you're passionate and you have a process, You do this daily, you will have a payday. And what's your process also with people? Do you like to do your passion alone? Do you like to do it with other people? Let's say you're a painter. What kind of music do you listen to with your process? How are you working on your process? That's step 1. Okay. So let's go to step 3. Patience, the hardest one of all. Got the passion. You got it, right? Got the process. You're working on it. The money is flowing in the bank or in the piggy bank. Let's look at the patience. Remember I told you about this piggy bank. Imaginary piggy bank, right? Money flows in. Click, 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 quarter after quarter. Click, click, click. $1 bills, $100 bills, $1,000 bills. Click, click, click. But here's the deal. The secret is you can take this piggy bank anytime you want. Hey, you can take it after 2 weeks, but don't cry and whine when there's not money in the piggy bank. Why? You have no patience. If you work on something for 2 weeks, how can you expect to make the money? How can you expect to get the respect from other people? How can you expect to have other people notice your passion? Passion, process, patience. If you write a movie, let's just say you wrote a movie. You didn't do that great. People really didn't like it. And then you quit. I don't want to do this anymore. My friends are stupid. No one knows what they're talking about. I'm a brilliant genius. I have my patience. I have my process. Guess what? I have my passion. I have my process. I want to write movies. Didn't have the patience, man. You didn't have the patience. You get the piggy bank. It's only 3 weeks old. It's only a year old. Of course there's not a lot of money in there. But maybe if you're patient, you will find out that your science fiction movies just aren't funny or aren't science fiction enough. Maybe you're a comedian. Maybe you have the passion, you have the process. Maybe comedy is what you're supposed to write. Oprah Winfrey started off as in radio, and then she went off and she did she was a newscaster. And her patience brought her to Chicago. Listen, dude, this is in the 1980s. An African-American lady having her own talk show in Chicago in the Midwest, that was unheard of. But she was patient and she took it. Everyone now thinks that's what a great, great opportunity, and everyone would have taken it. Not for sure. Most people would not have taken that job. Because Chicago's a big market, but it was in the Midwest and not a really entertainment market. Now it's known for Obama, it's known for Oprah. That's not the way it was back then. Hollywood was the place and New York was the place. But she had the patience to go there. And then she realized when she got the Oprah show, that's what she was meant to be doing. She was meant to be in that seat interviewing people. Patience. Remember, you might have the passion, you might have the process, but your patience, who knows? My patience was, for years, I wanted to be in radio. I got into radio and I always wanted to be a shock jock. I thought I was funny, which I'm not really. But I wanted to be Howard Stern or one of these shock jocks, and I did Opie and Anthony, and I did Mantra, and I did demo after demo after demo. So many demos. And I said, I don't get it. It makes no sense. But here I am now, 13 years later, doing spiritual show, doing a show about mantras and meditation, and talking about creativity and people and interviewing people. It's not really humorous, but from the inside, it's what my soul is meant to be. Creativity. I, for years, had ideas for shows. Now, I'm creating shows. That's a part-time gig. Patience. Right time, right place. Patience. Your patience will show you exactly what to focus on in the career you're focused on. What to focus on. You might, like my friend, be creative. You might take photographs, but then realize, hey, listen, patience. Maybe my photographs will lead to me making videos. Maybe that's what I'll be known for. Patience is what took Woody Allen from doing jokes, writing humor. He wasn't in front of the camera right away. Writing humor, writing jokes. Right? And then from writing jokes, he went from doing stand-up. From stand-up comedy, the patience of writing a movie. From writing a movie, the patience of directing a movie. From directing a movie, the patience of editing it and putting it out, movie after movie. That's what took Steven Spielberg, from the patience and the process. He was passionate about movie making. He had the process down a little bit, the patience. So your passion is already there. You have it inside of you. It's in your soul. You know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, ask your friends and your family members, what am I passionate about? What am I great at? What do I do? What do I talk about all the time? Secondly, process. What's your process going to be? What is it that you do? What's your process? For me, I have a blog I write. Now, I was passionate about writing since I was a kid. I've been writing in my journal TV shows and story ideas and spiritual stuff since I was like 10. No one really knew this. And I was told, hey, why don't you write a blog? Why don't you do a 30-day gratitude challenge? My friend Monica told me. And that 30 days has gone on to about 8-9 months. The process of writing in my blog. And sometimes I don't write in my blog daily. I definitely write in my journal. Every day I'm writing in my journal. And now comes the patience. And the patience has come. And I see this piggy bank. I see it. It's very clear. And it's overflowing now with money. And when your piggy bank overflows with money, when you have the process, you have the passion, you have the patience, the process, and the passion, and it comes together at the right time, I'm telling you right now, at the right time, at the right place, that piggy bank is going to overflow. And when you see that piggy bank overflowing, others will see that invisible, spiritual piggy bank overflowing, and that's when everything's going to hit. That's when everything will come true. Because the internal lightens up, it shines. And when your internal shines, the external shines. When you're one with yourself, you're one with God, you're one with the universe, doing what you're passionate about, the world will know who you are. So I encourage you and invite you today to ask your friends about your passion. And if you have a passion, be open to the process. Figure out your process. Figure out what you like doing in the mornings, evenings, weekends, when you have free time. And be open to the patience. Remember, you need these three things to succeed. You can't have one. You can't just have passion and have no process, have no patience. Be open. You don't know where it's going to come. After 13 years in broadcasting, after years and years, on and off in television, I started my first internship, 16 years ago in television. Everything now, the piggy bank now, it's making sense. I see the piggy bank. And I see your piggy bank. And your piggy bank slowly is making some money. There's some money in there, in your piggy bank. There's some money in there. But I'm encouraging you to go back and figure out what you want to do. This is Swami Sermons. We're going to do this twice a week, every Tuesday and every Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's end with a prayer. Thank you, Jesus, ahead of time. Thank you for everything. We uplift you, we guide you, and thank you for guiding us, actually. And thank you for helping us ahead of time with our process. Thank you for helping us ahead of time with our passion, with our process, with our patience, with the 3 P's. In Jesus' name, we say amen, amen. Cool. Namaste, everyone. Have a great night. And keep working, keep focusing. Work on your passion. Figure out your passion. You have it. Work on it. It's so important. We need people living their dreams. I want you to fall in love every day with what you do. Every day I want you to fall in love with your career. Every day I want you to fall in love with your work. Every day I want you to fall in love with the process and the passion and the patience. I want you to fall in love with it. And soon you will light up like a star, the star you are meant to be, the star you are born to be, and the world will light up with you. Namaste. Amen.